from the, okay, so, what's that? Okay, so here, if you refresh the page, you will have these activities. In the page of activities, in the main web, the main, like the home page, in the section actividades, so you will have three, okay? First lesson is the song, the Cambridge reading. Have you done the reading as well, that activity? And then you will have class exercises 19th of January, that's today. Okay, so you can open those activities. Have you read the material for Unit 1? Have you read the material? Have you read the units? It was very basic. It's just the introductory parts. So you have to refresh the page. Okay, refresh, because I've just opened. Good. Okay, it's open. Perfect. Okay. You have to refresh, and it's there. Okay. LNE, lengua extranjera, is the acronym, the abbreviation. So you're there. Okay. So we are going to do a selection of activities. Okay. We don't have time to do everything. This is just for revision. But we are going to do one activity number 5. Okay. Activity 5. And then we're going to do a listening. So you've got the instructions in Spanish, okay, but in a way, what you've got here, sorry for this, B, this is B. So here you have 5 speech bubbles, burbujas, speech, okay, burbujas de habla, son los bocadillos, it's not sandwiches, okay, so speech bubbles about introductions and greetings. What is a greeting? What is an introduction? Introduction and greeting, which is the name of the unit. Introduction and greeting. What is an introduction? Okay, but of what sense? What sense? Presentación de qué? Okay. Why not presentation? So what is an introduction and what is a presentation? Very good, okay. And what is a presentation? That's introduction as well. That's introduction as well. Introduction. So introduction is the first meeting between 2 people or more people. Presentation is, for example, if you have a company, you can give a presentation of your products and services. So presentation is of objects, of products, of things. Introduction of people, between people. Or you say, the first class the other day was the presentation. Era la presentación, pero no de presentación de personas, sino presentación de algo. Or a PowerPoint, for example. A PowerPoint is a presentation. It's like you present things. And greeting, what is a greeting? Okay, greeting, you like to say hello, but it's not only hello, okay? Greeting is very abstract, it's very general. It can mean hello. For example, if it's your birthday, what is the greeting that you have to use? If it's my birthday, what do you say to me? Happy birthday, that is a greeting. If it's a carnival, you can say happy carnival. If it's Halloween, you can say happy Halloween. That expression is called greeting. greeting. Have you ever seen, for example, this expression, season greetings, like this? Have you ever seen this? Season's greetings. Yeah? And what's the meaning of this? Season's greetings. Okay, sorry. It's like Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, but in a very neutral way, without any religious reference. Es como feliz saludos. Season, what is season? Estación or period of time. For example, Christmas season, Carnival season, or the holiday season. Es como saludos por la época que sea. Season's greetings. It's a very neutral because in some countries like America, Canada, they are multicultural. So not everybody is Christian. You also have Chinese people who celebrate Chinese New Year, or you may have Muslim people or Jews as well. And so it's a way not to offend anybody. So instead of saying Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas, you say Season's greetings. Es como felices fiestas. O los saludos de la época que sea, ¿no? Y ya cada uno, pues es Hanukkah o no sé, o Ramadán, no sé. Okay, so greeting is very wide. So all of these are greetings in different situations. I'm going to give you a few minutes to connect the greetings, the situation, I mean the expressions with the situation. Okay, so for example, you've got Mr. Davis, I'd like to introduce you to a colleague of mine, Claire Smith. So in what situation, in what context would you use that greeting, okay? That way of saying hello. So you have to read those five and match one to each situation. Okay? So, okay, you can have 3 or 4 minutes to do it. All of this is called, all these kind of greetings and farewells are called social English. Social. So it's English for social communication in your family or in the company, in your business. Have you finished? Yeah. Yes? So, if you have finished, you can continue with number 6, because we're going to do it as well. You can continue with number 6, with this one. Okay, so let's check. Let's check number 5. Who would like to do number 1? So you're at a conference. Introduce yourself to the person sitting next to you. Who is sure about that one? Faina, would you like to do that one? Number 1. So you're at a conference. What is a conference? A conference? What is a conference? Yes, this is the situation. You're at a conference. ¿Está en una conference? What is a conference? It's not conferencia. Business meeting. It's a business meeting. It's congreso. Okay. Because normally when you say conference, conference is a collection of talks. Congreso. Una conferencia is a speech, a talk, a lecture. For example, we have, I don't know, President Obama is going to give a lecture on economy. Va a pronunciar un discurso, una conferencia sobre economía. Una. Entonces no es conference, es lecture. Have you seen the word lecture? Lecture before? Lecture. Como lectura, pero así en inglés, lecture. So conference es congreso. Okay, so you as a conference, you yourself to the person sitting next to you, Faina, any ideas? What bubble, what box of these? No. C, okay. Can I introduce myself? I'm Pedro Cosa from Lisbon. You take the initiative. You take the initiative, okay, and then you introduce yourself. So 1, we can write it here if you want. C. What about number 2, Mercedes? You think you're meeting a visitor you have never met before at the airport. You see someone you think might be your visitor. Speak to her.
Excuse me?
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy any things by Mr.
Be Mrs. States, okay, so it's E. So E is this one. Excuse me, would you by any chance be Mrs. States? By any chance. Como casualmente o por casualidad, perdone, por casualidad sería usted la señora Tate. So you have a visitor, you have to go to the airport, but you haven't seen his or her face, so you have to ask different people. Very good. Number 3, Eduardo, introduce a person visiting your organization to a colleague.
Is the A1.
Okay, it's A. It's the first bubble.
I'd like to introduce you to a colleague of mine, Claire Smith.
Claire Smith, okay. A colleague, not college. College is university. College. This is colleague. Colleague, but not college, okay. I'd like to introduce you to a colleague of mine. This is a very complex or more formal equivalent for this is, because you can say, for example, Mercedes, this is Jimena, or Juan, this is Mercedes. This is very simple, very direct. This is a more formal way of doing the same thing, like Mercedes, or what's your family name? Your family name? Your surname? Sorry? Vega. So, for example, Ms. Vega, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Family name, please. Sanchez. So that in a formal situation, you would say, Ms. Vega, I'd like to introduce you, or I'd like you to meet Ms. Sanchez, for example. Okay. Remember that in English you have Mr. and then you have Mrs., Miss for neutral. Okay, number 4, you arrive at a company, that's obvious, okay, this one is obvious. You arrive at a company for an appointment, introduce yourself to the receptionist. Jimena, number 4.
Good morning. My name is Rabla
Lanson.
I have appointment with Mr.
I have an appointment. What is an appointment in English? What is a, sorry, B. B. What is an appointment? I have an appointment with Mr. Brown at 10. Normally, who do you have appointments with? Who do you have appointments with? ¿Con quién tienes appointments? Okay, yes, it's a meeting, but what type of meeting? An appointment is a meeting, but more like that, okay? For example, you may have an appointment with your doctor, with your dentist, or with, if you go to, to the government, just with somebody from the government. So it's a kind of private meeting to talk about something in particular. An appointment, okay? Cita. So it's not like meeting in general. It's a more specific thing. And this is finally just the last one. Introduce you to two friends of yours at a party is the most informal, the most colloquial situation, which is this one, okay? I don't think you know each other, do you? Sarah, this is Matt. Matt, this is Sarah. So this is like the most direct way of introducing people. Okay, so we are going to do number 6 all together to see what you know about social situations. So before an exam, think of you have an exam. We say something to wish people well for the exam. What do you say before an exam? Good luck. Good luck. Okay. I will write it like this. Good luck. Okay. Good luck. When we have an alcoholic drink with friends, you're at the bar, at the pub, and you're drinking a beer or something, okay, or champagne, or so we sometimes hold up our glasses and say something before we start drinking. What do you say? Cheers. Cheers. Okay. Or chin chin. Salud. Okay. Cheers. Before we start drinking. When people sneeze, just to sneeze. When you have a cold, that's sneeze, okay? Sneeze. So when people sneeze, what do we respond?
Bless you.
Bless you. Did you know that? Bless you. Do you know the meaning of bless? Sorry, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you is a short form of God bless you. God bless you. Like God bless America, or whatever. Bless. Bless. Bendecir, ¿vale? Bless you es como, viene de God bless you, que Dios te bendiga. Bless you. So when people sneeze, we say bless you, and then they can answer by saying thank you, thanks, or any form of thanks, for example, thank you. Then, when we want to get past someone in a crowded place is a place full of people. Crowded place, we say, imagine that you're in the middle of the crowd, okay? In the middle of many people, and you have to go like this, okay? Because you want to get past, or you're in the train and you want to go out. What do you say to try to elbow aside people? Excuse me, okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. What is the difference between excuse me and sorry? Excuse me, sorry. Yes, so no, like in general, excuse me is before, and then sorry is after a mistake, okay? So excuse me, for example, excuse me, do you have the time? Or do you have a light? Tienes fuego? Excuse me, because you're going to disturb somebody. So before doing something, it's like you say, excuse me. I mean, you apologize in advance. And then sorry is after a mistake or something. Sorry. Okay, so to warn someone, number 5, to warn someone about a danger or an accident that might happen, we shout, look. That's a kind of phrasal verb, okay? Look out, or watch out, you can also say. Watch out. Look out. Look out means be careful. Be careful. Look out. On Christmas Day, we wish people a merry or happy, you can also say happy. Merry or happy. Merry means happy, really, okay? For example, a carousel for children, a carousel is also called a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round. Un tío vivo, como que da vuelta, así muy feliz. A carousel. So, on January the 1st, we say happy, because it's the Happy New Year. If you have misheard or misunderstood something, what do you say? Imagine that you need like repetition. You didn't hear a word. What do you say? What do you think? If you have misheard, si has oído mal, misheard or misunderstood something, okay, you can say sorry, sorry, or more traditionally in English, pardon, pardon, pardon. That's very British English and very traditional, okay? Pardon, pardon. But you can also say sorry, sorry. So, like in a question, sorry. But not excuse me. Excuse me is like when you want to show surprise. It's like when you say hello or excuse me. It's not sorry, it's different. To show surprise, okay? Pardon. Any questions about this? As I said, these are like socializing expressions that you should know, okay? Son expresiones así de comunicación social. So you can review all that. At home, if you want, you can continue with number 7, which is more or less the same thing, okay? Bless you, when somebody sneezes, congratulations, you know? Cheers, good luck, happy birthday, etc., etc. Now we are going to complete number 9, okay? Because it is about abbreviations, and then we're going to do a listening. So number 9, this is abbreviations of names of companies, institutions, etc. So what is the acronym of British Airways in English? The abbreviation for British, what is British Airways?
It's like Iberia.
It's like Iberia, or Air France in France, or Alitalia in Italy, or Lufthansa in Germany, or Swiss Air in Switzerland. So it's the flag, like the national airline in the UK. What is the abbreviation for British Airways? The abbreviation BA, okay? So BA. Well, I can write it here if you want. BA. Then we have British Broadcasting Corporation. BBC. The BBC, okay? BBC. BBC. Do you know the story about, have you ever lived in England? Have you ever heard about the TV license? The TV license in England, in the UK? No, the TV license. What is the BBC? What is the equivalent institution in Spain? BBC. Yeah, o Televisión Española, BBC One, BBC Two, TVE. Do we have to pay in Spain to them, to Televisión Española?
No.
Not directly. Not directly, because is there publicity, is there advertising in Televisión Española? No. In the past there was, but not today. So who pays the programs? The government. So we pay the government, and the government gives money to the TV channel, well, not to all channels, but the public channel, to subsidize all the programs. Okay. In the UK, and in other countries of Europe, in the UK, you have to pay a separate. If you want to have a TV at home, you have to pay a fee, like an extra, okay, which is called a license to watch programs. Okay, the money from the license goes to the BBC. There are other channels which are private, ITV4, Channel 5, etc. But it's like in Spain, but in England, if you want to buy a TV, you need a license as well. You know that. So if you want to investigate the matter in the UK, you've got TV license. It's very interesting. The TV license. So pay your TV license. Como una especie de canon que hay que pagar para tener televisor en Inglaterra. And in other countries, yeah. So it's not only England. It's this is the cost. Okay. 145, perhaps, I don't know, 200 euros more or less a year. 200 euros a year for having a TV at home. Then there are some concessions, so there are some discounts. For example, the people who are blind pay less. The people who are deaf also pay less. And other. It's very funny, really. Okay, como, no sé. O sea, los sordos pagan la mitad, me parece. Los ciegos también pagan la mitad de la licencia. Después, cuando cumples 75 años, ya te sale gratis. Pero a partir de 75. Pero por eso te dice aquí 74, porque es curioso, porque cuando tienes 74 te tienes que comprar una short term license. Que Anual, pero tú lo puedes pagar mensual si quieres para facilitar, o semanal, tú lo puedes. Yearly, anual. Bueno, weekly, semanal, mensual, quarterly, what is a quarter? Quarter. A quarter of a year, trimestral. Quarter, 4 months, cada cuarto de año. Un cuarto son 3 meses. Y se paga anual, del 1 de enero hasta el 31 de diciembre. Entonces, el año que cumple 75, tienes que comprar una short term license, una licencia de corto plazo, del corta periodo, porque solo te hacen la parte proporcional desde el 1 de enero hasta el día de tu cumpleaños, de 75 años. Entonces, a lo mejor, pues, no pagas tanto, pagas menos. It's like crazy. This is crazy, really. But anyway. Okay, British Rail. British Rail?
Yeah.
BR. The Central Intelligence Agency? CIA. Okay? Federal Bureau of Investigation? FBI. This is to practice a little bit the spelling, okay? Like the alphabet, the spelling. Great Britain, GB. Los Angeles, LA, like LA Confidential or LA. Member of Parliament, that's in England. MP. Please turn over. PTO, look, is normally an abbreviation that you find in documents. Let me see if there is a picture here. Perhaps there's nothing that I wanted to, but no. But PTO, in a sheet of paper, sometimes, for example, imagine you have to complete a form, a questionnaire. So you have information here and information here. So in this part of the page, you have PTO, which means please turn over. So it's like a reminder that you have to continue reading on the other side of the sheet, on the next page. This is the meaning of PTO. Gire. The Royal Air Force, okay, RAF, United Nations, UN, United States of America, USA, a very important person. VIP, like the VIP lounge, the VIP room at the airports. A sala VIP, no? It's a very important person or very important people. Very important, yes, customer, like unidentified flying objects, UFO. Sometimes acronyms, normally you read letter by letter, but sometimes they have become a word. So, for example, UFO, you can write like this or like this. UFO, la ufología, ¿sabes lo que es la ufología? De los ovnis, porque ufología viene del inglés. Debería ser ovnilogía o algo así. Unidentified flying object, UFO, a UFO. And what else do we have here? Please reply, that's from the French. Répondez, s'il vous plaît. But that's in English. You have this, for example. For example, imagine that you're invited to a wedding and you have to respond to the invitation. So they write RSVP. Please respond, okay? Se ruega contestación. It's French, but it's used in English. Viene del francés, pero se usa en inglés también como parte del documento. Okay, what's What's the time? Because this is not the correct time. Okay, we have some minutes to finish. So we are going to do, let us quickly do number 11 and then a listening. In number 11, forget about this for a moment. We are going to study these numbers and you have to tell me, how do you read the numbers? Okay, so what's this number? How do you read that number in English? 17 degrees. 17 degrees. What type of degrees? Celsius, we understand, okay? Centigrade degrees if you want. Because in America they use Fahrenheit degrees. So you see the weather forecast and you say, well, tomorrow we have, I don't know, 90 degrees or 80 degrees. Come on, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not Celsius. You're not burning. What about this one?
70 kilometers per hour.
70 kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. If you have mph, it's miles per hour. Meters, okay? 12, then we have 12 percent. 12%. American English, percent together. Percent. So in American English, they write it as one single word. This is 415 pounds. Pounds, or in more formal English, how do you say pounds in formal English and in informal English? Sorry? That's the fraction. That's the fraction. Look, 1 pound is 100 pence. Okay, it's like 1 euro, or even $1 is 100 cents. In English, it's the same words. Okay, cent puede ser céntimo o centavo. In the UK, 1 pound is 100 pence, which is normally abbreviated like 100 or p, for example, una moneda, 20p. P is pence, and if it's only one, because pence is plural. What is the singular? What is the singular for pence? It's like man, men, tooth, teeth, foot, feet, woman, women, mouse, mice, goose, geese, person, people, penny, pence. It's not pennies. So penny is singular, 1 penny, 2 pence. It's not pennies. Okay, so as I was saying, in colloquial, so when you say pounds, in colloquial English is called quid. 20 quid. 20 quid. Or dollars. ¿Cómo se dice los dólares en inglés? En coloquial. De 20 pavos, o lo que sea. Bucks, okay? So pounds is quid. Quid. Dollar is back. To $5. $5. 5 pavos. $5. If you want to say pounds in formal English, you say sterling. Sterling, for example, you please pay in sterling. Imagine that you go to Gibraltar and, well, in Gibraltar they have the Gibraltar pound. En la libra, pero la gibraltareña. But if you go to England, imagine you have to pay in sterling. Or perhaps if you go to the airport, there are some shops that can accept euros, dollars, but normally in a normal place, you have to pay in sterling. ¿A qué le suena sterling? A esterlina. Pound es libra, sterling significa esterlina. El nombre completo de la libra es pound sterling. Lo que pasa es que en inglés se puede decir pound sterling o pound o sterling. Lo que pasa es que sterling es muy formal. Por ejemplo, a lo mejor un cheque o lo que sea que ponga o una relación así entre empresas y te dice, no, por favor, pague en libra esterlina. Pues pay in sterling or in pound sterling. But anyway. Okay, so this is 95 euros. Remember that in English, the symbol, when you speak about money, the symbol always goes before, but not the fraction. Not the fraction. So if you say 1 or 2p, as we saw before, this is 20p is 20 pence. Or I cannot write it here perhaps, but no, it's like the cents is like the C with a line crossed out by a line, centavo, una C y una barra, a bar. Okay, this one, 230 yens, and finally, $85. If you don't say anything else, we understand it's American dollars. But there are also Canadian dollars, and many other places have dollars. And just the final activity that I want to do is this listening. Okay, so we are going to, it's page 4. Okay, we have like 5 minutes perhaps. So this is about the time. We have different situations in this order, okay? This, and then this, and this, and this. You have to listen and copy the times that you hear. Do you know the time in English? Do you remember the time? ¿Recuerda la hora? ¿Cómo se dice? Okay. So this is just the banner, like a sign that we... So read the banners, and I will put you the listening in a minute. At home, if you want to do the listening, you will have them here. I'm just going to open them now, okay? So we have listening, and we have 2 listenings in the activities. So you will have the audio tracks, the MP3 for you if you want to do it at home.
2A. When does the train leave? At 11:05.
Okay, sorry. I want to change the volume. Do you know what to do? ¿Lo han entendido cómo es? Sí. Yes? Okay. In this order. This, from left to right.
2A. When does the train leave? At 11:05.
B. What time does the shop close? At 5:30.
C. When does the swimming pool open?
At 8:45.
D. What time does the restaurant open? At 7:15. E.
What time is lunch?
At 1:10.
F. What's the time? It's 6:35.
Okay, so once again.
2A. When does the train leave? At 11:05.
B. What time does the shop close? At 5:30.
C. When does the swimming pool open?
At 8:45.
D. What time does the restaurant open? At 7:15. E.
What time is lunch?
At 1:10.
F. What's the time? It's 6:35.
Do you have all the times?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so let's do one by one. And I will stop, okay?
2A.
When does the train leave? At 11:05.
So the express to Amsterdam, the train is at 11:05. Okay, let me just write it here. 5. So it's like 11:05. I don't know if you can read more or less. Okay, so remember that in English we can read the time in one direction or the other. So we can say 11:05 or si fueron las 11:05, if we read it that way, 11. No. 05. We don't say 11:05. 11:05. O in the middle. O is the 0. Okay. 11:05 or 11:05. Look, sometimes in natural English, if the hour is obvious, you can say just past and 2. For example, what time does this class finish? Okay, technically at 10, okay, but we normally finish at 1:45. 1:45. We don't need to say 9:45 because we all understand 10, like in our minds, okay? It's exactly like in Spanish. Igual que en español dice a menos cuarto, y 5:30. You don't really need to say the hour. For example, half past, at half past, a media, at half past.
10 to 10.
10 to 10, okay? At 10 to. At 10 to 10. Okay, we understand. We add in our mind, we add 10. Okay, the second one.
B. What time does the shop close? At 5:30.
5:30. 5:30. Okay? 5:30. 5:30. 2 minutes and
C.
middle, okay?
When does the swimming pool open?
At 8:45.
8:45. At 8:45. But they connect at 8:45. 8:45.
D.
What time does the restaurant open? At 7:15.
7:15. 7:15. 7:15 or quarter past 7.
E. What time is lunch?
At 1:10.
1:10. 1:10. And finally, what's the time? That's the alarm clock.
F. What's the time? It's 6:35.
That's, we assume in the morning, okay? 6:35. A las 6:35. Bueno, pues lo dejamos aquí entonces. El resto de las actividades, pues están ahí. Las pueden hacer, ya no las vamos a tocar más. La semana que viene tendremos el primer examen. Está en el calendario. No sabían o no. El primer examen, ¿qué es lo que hemos visto hasta ahora? El tema 1. Pues ya está, el tema 1. Lo que pasa es que será el 10%.
¿Cómo será en el ordenador?
El examen va a ser en el ordenador. Entonces, no sé si alguno ha hecho ya el questionnaire de este tipo test del tema 1. Pues similar. Será similar. Esto solo valdrá un 10% de, como solo un tema que hemos visto, solo valdrá un 10%. Después el siguiente examen será de más actividades, por lo cual tendrá más peso. ¿Vale? Entonces la semana que viene No sé, ¿con quién tienen clase antes? ¿Néstor, Marcelo o con Marcelo, que también tiene el examen? Bueno, lo quiero.
No, porque no hay otra.
Ah,
Ojo distinto.
es distinto, sí. Sí, porque dura más de un trimestre, ¿no? Pero con Néstor tienen el examen también, ¿no? Bueno, bueno.
No, no se va con esto.
¿Y con Néstor qué van a hacer? ¿El examen y ya está? O...
De las dos primeras.
Pero quiero decir, ¿el examen y después sin clase? ¿O el examen y clase? Vale. Yo lo más seguro que haga lo mismo. O sea, examen, hombre, a lo mejor podemos decir, en vez de salir a las 10, pues salir, no sé, a las 9:30 o salir un poco antes, vale. Pero el examen va a durar media hora como mucho, con lo cual por lo menos aprovecha a lo mejor una hora más de clase. Si les parece bien, vamos. Depende, ¿vale? Pues nada. Good night and see you next week.